Anyways, locked in the desert, the trick here is it's a really hot desert. Quote unquote evil has made the desert even hotter than usual to the point where it'll hurt us if we're in it for too long, and we need to reveal to see the oasis to cool us off. Thing that not everyone will notice, I think is worth pointing out. As you can see, I'm walking in these stone areas, for like a better way to call it, and that meter to the left's not going up at all. The moment I touch sand though, hot meter goes up. Also, the fun of playing Golden Sun normally, well, I kind of pushed that one a little bit. Also, with how much we're using Reveal, I'm surprised I didn't like shortcut it. There we go. Playing any Golden Sun game normally and having the characters pop up with dialogue, I forget if they even pause your dialogue or not, but just hearing them complain about how hot the desert is every 2 seconds. Like, that's one thing I don't miss from the dialogue version. It's cute at first, but I'm pretty sure it goes on for literally the entire dungeon. It's a little bit overkill. It's nice flavor text, but they went a little overboard in my opinion. Like, this isn't like a RPG with voiceovers or anything. It's not an RPG with voiceovers or anything where it would actually make sense to hear them talking while you're going through them. I mean, even then, sometimes people find too much talking annoying, even when it doesn't interrupt the gameplay. But I guess that's just kind of the point I'm getting at. In a game where there's not any voice acting, it kind of is a little overkill of just how much they're willing to talk. An Vulcan axe. Mirage. I guess there's something special to it, but I must be thinking of the Unleash. Anyways, I guess we're gonna stick to our normal routine of having, excuse me, Garrett hold on to all of the axes since he's a slower party member to begin with. Oh, that's one of the things. I never really went over all the differences in weapon items, I'm pretty sure. Swords aren't really anything out of the ordinary. Like, they tend to be higher attack, but not as high as axes. Although, yeah, we could actually give them... Since it's a short sword, we could give this to Mia. It's a nice attack boost, but let me double check the ankle. I don't think we need to worry about sealing enemy synergies too badly. Like, there might be some situations where it'd be nice, but in that case I could probably still use it as an item. After all, I've been meaning to say that I haven't really been showcasing weapon differences too much, so now's as good a time as any. I think I went over staffs. Staffs boost maximum synergy, while anklets, or anks, however it's pronounced, give you synergy recovery. Do we got any other weapons here? Oh yeah, the new gloves and mitts. Mitts are synergy based, so their unleashes are based on powerful synergies. And they also boost resistance, while gloves tend to have secondary effects that can be used like items, and they boost defense. Axes are the strongest weapons in the game, but they boost or they lower speed. And maces, they showcased a little earlier on, have better chances for crits. With how much dripping around I was doing, I guess that was inevitably going to happen. I think it's a nice gimmick. Like, if that were to like one-shot kill you or something, then it would have been a little overkill. But with how little damage that does, it's just enough that you can't really truck through it, but it's not really devastating if you do accidentally mess up. I think the only thing that really makes this dungeon annoying normally is how much the characters talk. And even that I don't find too bad. It's just something that I could see some people being annoyed by. Alright, I've been that way already. I got distracted because it was a shiny new item, that's right. Alright, let's... You, I should probably showcase them once, since this is technically a hard mod and all the enemies are different. Not really a fan of them. I gave them some gimmicks that I'm not too proud of. But we'll give them a go at least once. Can they even be haunted? Like, even with the changes I made, I don't find myself using haunt abilities too often, so I guess now's as good a time as any to see what that's about. Wow, it's actually the resistance lowering. I guess I'm kind of surprised I even tried. Alright. Are you weak to fire or water? I'm assuming fire, but we'll find out soon enough. And top off our synergy points while we can. Yeah. It has to be fire because I tried the water synergy already and didn't really do too much. Maybe we'll get lucky and they won't bother with their thing. Has he even attacked this turn? Oh, that's not even the thing I was most worried about. But sure. We can at least recover from this. Oh no, you resist fire. Speaking of which, I haven't really been boosting my resistance, have I? Well, better late than never. And you know what? We got more of these Djinns that actually recover synergy points. Might as well make a bit more use out of them. Oh, we got the finisher too. The one thing that they do, maybe I'm just thinking of an earlier build before I actually released the mod. But they have the ability to do the unused charm, or the unused confuse synergy. The more I think about it, the more I think I took that out, but I don't remember for sure. It's unused, and I done nothing to it, and I discovered quickly why it was unused. Because it was never finished. Like, it does nothing if you as a player use it to an enemy, but if an enemy does it to you, you are completely immobilized for a certain number of turns, and since the game doesn't recognize this as a status condition, you can't, like, restore from it. Thankfully, even back then, I took into mind how broken it would be if you got constantly spammed by it, so I did a little trick where I made a new quote-unquote item that you as a player don't get, and just had the enemy hold that item, so I could limit the number of times that ability could be used in general. But in hindsight, I don't think it was really worth doing at all, because like a status condition you can't recover from kind of sucks, even if there is a fine-tuned limit to it. So if it's still in there, consider that a warning if you try yours for yourself. If not, consider it just some fun behind the scenes. Oh, you know, I gotta look up speedruns of the game, because I was seeing some fun things where, like, some weird thing, there's like some way you could like slide and go out of bounds with an oasis, and I always wanted to try some speedrun things on my own, not actually do speedruns of this game, because even with speedrunning, Golden Sun is a pretty long game. It wouldn't be something I'd be able to do on a single stream. But there seemed like to be some fun tech in the midst. That would be nice to see every now and then. Alright. Nothing there. I gotta remember that there's a Djinni in here. I feel like every other time I play Golden Sun, I forget about that thing. I guess you could use slightly more. Is this the way forward, or am I thinking of the next room? I'm pretty sure I searched throughout the entire land and found no Djinni, so I'm thinking that what I'm thinking of... Oh, there you are! The fouling room. Oh, hey! Wait, this is a dungeon and it doesn't fight you. I think, like, this is probably one of the times that actually doesn't happen. Anyway, Squill. Who do I even want to give that to? More importantly, free resist and high impact, and our Astral Blast gets an upgrade. Side Pass gets an upgrade, unfortunately. I'll get more into why. I'm a little discouraged by that later, but let's get Poltergeist. Honestly, I'm just more excited about the class change than I am the Djinn, but this Djinn has a bit of a history. Like, I feel like this, out of all the Djinns I've been changing around, this one got the most changes, and this is what I settled with. Drains life from foes, restore PP. So it's kind of like the Synergies staff that does damage but also drains. Now I'm tempted to fight one of these ant lions just to show it off. But I'm not going to go out of my way. I'm sure we'll find plenty of opportunities to fight enemies. Oh shoot! Speaking of fighting enemies, I never turned the void back on. Where are the monsters? Got heat wave bees. We got... Well, I guess we're getting plenty of opportunities to see what they can do. And now I'm starting to regret my choices. But it's fine. We have resist now, so things won't be as bad. We got Poltergeist, so we could probably like get multiple of these guys haunted at once. Do I want gravity or do I want to? Is this supposed to attack this many enemies? I'll go. I won't complain. Restore the stun, please. Maybe I'm busting this thing open way too soon. But I guess like it's better than actually hoarding it. Yeah, it also does damage, but that might have been like one of the other forms. Well, Haunt normally works on 3 different enemies anyways. We might have another tree on our hand. Anyways, this is Side Spread. It costs a lot of synergy, but it gives every party member like at least 10 synergy points. I think I actually made it like 13, so you actually do get more synergy overall than the cost of using it. It just takes a good chunk of synergy out of one person, so I kind of prefer Side Pass personally. Also, we never actually showcased Swill. Oh, I completely forgot Swill was a... Swill looks like it has a lot more range than I remember, because that shouldn't be able to... If that's a 3 range synergy ability, then it really shouldn't be able to reach all the way... Reach that Will-O-Wisp all the way over there. The Mirage Whips. There we go. Been a while since I've last been in this area. Forget some of the enemies to some degree. So yeah, pretty good synergy recovery considering it attacks them. Oh, there's that confused miss that I was saying that I thought I got rid of. Apparently I might have gotten rid of it from the antlion. It's just this guy has it instead, which means he gets priority, because if that confused miss were to work, we kinda be screwed. Like I said, I made an item specifically. I made an item that enemies can use, specifically so it can't be spammed. It can only be used once per battle. But I always find myself wondering, like, what? It's been a long time since I actually worked on Dawn of Djinn. What if, for some reason, I gave that thing 2 confused myths instead of 1 confused I don't have enough confidence in myself to not put it against myself. On the bright side, well, that battle certainly gave us plenty of time to experience the new stuff that we got and get a small sample of the new enemies. Sorry about that, I completely forgot I had a void on. I really wanted to showcase more, and there's actually is reasons to fight enemies in here because some of them do have rare drops that I find are really cool. It's a bit more subjective if they're good, but I find them real neat at the very least. Alright, why do I I'm just so in the habit of going to the menu for synergy that even though I have reveal on the right shortcut, I'm always going into the menu instead. Like, I guess I'm so used to R being mind read and L being move. That's the way I play, and I rarely deviate from those shortcuts. Alright, that is actually pretty fast. Can't believe I got that first try. But I guess more reason to explore a little bit more and see what else we can get. Really just an antlion. You on the other hand, with your chest, I want. Mint. Perfect. I believe that does the same thing it does in most Gunsling games. We'll give it to Garrett because he's likely to have the items to slow him down and the classes that slow him down. I do kind of feel bad that was the only enemies we got, and we probably would have ran across a lot more varieties of enemies if I actually didn't have a void on for apparently 2/3 of the dungeon. Here's another guy that I was really hoping to showcase. The Salaminx. Dang it. I make a pun and I can't even say it out loud. The Salamincium, I guess? The Salamincium. I made this dude and I don't know how to say his name. Because I want to make sure I finish this enemy off with a Djinn. Because I really like the item that he drops. But I don't know if we're gonna get lucky enough to get the drop. Okay, I believe the weakness was water, so hopefully. Yeah, not quite enough, I guess. You got one more chance, Mia. Hopefully this will be enough. Perfect. Let's see if we get lucky with the drop. We do not. Here's another one, a Parch Golem. Yeah, you're probably weak to wind. Which is why I totally went... Why it was such a brilliant idea to go for the Djinni first. It's fine, I think we got a second chance with our new friend Swill. Alright. Now everyone's level 17, and I think that's my cue to stop doing encounters. A little unfortunate. I think we've at least showcased all the enemies that are exclusive to the desert here. There is definitely a couple more enemies in Dawn of Djinn that show up in this area, but I do believe they also appear in the overworld, so we'll definitely get a chance to see them later. That sunbathe ability that we had when we were in the... I'll just spoil it now. That sunbathe ability that we had when we were in the Jack-Dep class, one of the enemies here drops a pair of mitts, and I believe they give you the synergy sunbathe. Yeah, it's technically not a synergy exclusive to Jack-Dep, but if you're unlucky with your drops, that class is your best way to get it.